like put it all over our clothes and stuff.
Look, we got a YouTuber
this
here.
This is kind of our hide and seek pasture, I will say, Pasture D. Because there's... Oh, nice. Okay. I'm glad you spotted that out. So here's how I left in this mud pile. This is one of those David deer. Since they can swim, they literally swam across Spillman Lake and come into this pasture to come hang out. Typically, there will be one male that's kind of dominant over quite a few females, but this man he's not quite in charge just yet, so he's hanging out on his own. It looks like he's still practicing those antlers. That's because what males do is they will start off by rolling around in mud, their own urine and feces, because they think it smells nice and good for the ladies. And then they will do this raking up the mud, grasses, and fling it all up on those antlers and all over their back. Be my favorite herbivore species out here. And I mean, look at them. Look at this thing. It looks insane. It looks like it has a oversized guinea pig face, a goat body, and a bear behind. It is literally a Mr. Potato Head. But we didn't even know Sichuan Tonkin could swim until they came here at the wild. And they swam across Spillman Lake, and everyone was like, oh, you can do that. Because they are from the Himalayas of China. These guys are used to real rocky, high altitudes. So that's what they're built for, so we didn't even know that they could swim, which is pretty neat. And because of behaviors like that, we have researchers come from China, where they are native, to come here to the wild and study our population of Sichuan Tonkin. Really, really cool stuff. And I think they're just hilarious looking. But could you imagine camping out and one of these comes out of the woods? Mm-hmm. I'd be running. Asia. You have some real dense foliage, real dense areas. And also, okay, we're seeing some Tonkin have decided to show up also. But we're seeing two different colors of these banteng right now. That's because this species is something called sexually dimorphic. And that just means that as adults, males and females are going to be two different colors or patterns. So all of them are born this beautiful reddish brown of these females. And then as the males grow up and their hormones kick in, they turn this nice dark brown black that Mr. Seamus is right now. And if you can see, if you think of like cattle at like farms and stuff, they're always so gross looking. They're dirty, muddy. Our banteng are always looking sleek. They're always looking gorgeous. Decorated. I think they're beautiful. Unfortunately, they have a lot going against them. Their population's out in Asia. So they are hunted for their hide and for their meat since they are a cattle species. But they can... So you can either do a 5-zip or a 10-zip tour. The 5-zip kind of stays out in the woods. So if you're going to go, I definitely suggest just doing the 10-zip tour. So then you get to go across Spillman Lake and across a ton of pastures. It's really cool. Where else can you zip line over top of endangered animals? So, might as well do the whole thing. Alright, anything like that? So in 1971, the Federal Reclamation Act was passed. And that told mining companies, hey, you guys gotta put this back together. You cannot leave it looking the way that it is right now. So, but within that Federal Reclamation Act, but an ongoing battle is working on out here. So the big monkey was all through here. It was through like all of it. There's a map also on there that shows everything it tore up. We did do pretty well with the trees. They did reclamation kind of in sections. populations. And in doing that, unfortunately, there is a lot of inbreeding, a lot of similar relationships there. So over time, their genetics are becoming more and more similar. And so that shows outwardly in their gene expression in their coat. And so why? I mean, that's kind of cool. Their coats are the same, or darn near the same. That's pretty neat. But there is a sad side to that, which kind of explains why we veer down here in the water to our right. Like everyone's taking a dump in there. I want to jump in there with them. This PVC square with that flowing water is called a bubbler. We have them we have a few of them out here in Cumberland Lake and other bodies of water. And what that does is we do have watering holes throughout the pastures. Honestly, they kind of look like concrete toilets, but they are a watering hole to root it. And that's not going to make you happy. Alright, Lolly, you're going to act like that. Oh, okay, there it was. She was like, She won't bite or anything. She's just one to get her scratch on.
There's no way. No.
She is notorious for rearranging my front bus mirrors. She's doing a little scratching on the post right now, but she will try to use her entire body on my mirrors also. So I'm glad she's giving you guys the attention back there. So they are now one of the species that likes to steal things. If you see those really weird looking birds up there, are ostrich, they are also prone to trying to steal your items. The camels. The ostrich won't spit or anything like that. They do something, if they do come up to us, they do something I call fake eating. They're not actually eating, they'll peck and then swallow.
No. Is she
Right,
leaving?
well, scratch in the back.
Nope.
Oh, she's coming.
Smiling, Mom.
Smiling.
The mobile scratching post. So we should be called instead of buses at this point.
Oh my gosh, she's looking right in. Is she gone?
She's looking at
Alright, lovely Lolly. I love you, but we do have to keep going. We have two very interesting things coming up here in just a second. I'm hoping they'll both be out here. Yep, you will have another bus here momentarily to get your itch on. The Brutus is like, I don't even care, I'm getting in the water. Alright, so I don't know if we have 3 female ostrich. I don't know if they will come up to the bus. If they do, I do ask you guys to scoot in if you're right next. Alright, here she comes. Here she comes. Nope, she's already getting that fake eating on.
Watch yourself.
So this super weird behavior, it kind of makes sense when you know that their eyes are bigger than their brain. So, yep, a lot going on up there. And you'll see, you guys get a good look at their head. Kind of behind their eyes and a little bit lower are some holes. And those are their ears. Yep, those are their ears. Since they are bird species, it's a little bit weird. Our dinosaur bird. If you get a chance to look at her feet also, her feet are very unique too. But also, it is so strong, she can spring off of it and run up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. So, she can fight and she can run, but she can't think about it for too long. Little bird brain there for her. move us up, since there are 2 more ostrich that we're going to be up next to here in a second. If I really want to show you, where are they? I think they're both up here. Bye, Lucky. We have
So
a
much
little
closer
side
than
eye
we
that we're leaving.
You went
You're welcome to come up and hang out with us up here.
real
But I want our baby Griffy zebra. Put this up so we can get a good look at all of them. These are our babies. Alright, so the one on the right, more right of us, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit more brown. That is going to be the older of the 2 babies. It's going to be, I think it's 4 or 5 weeks now. This one on the left side that's facing away from us, showing us that rump, is about 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, they were born very close together. They are gorgeous. That, especially that older baby, is a lot more brown. I'm kind of surprised. It's exceptionally brown. So the Griffy zebra, oh, that was so cute. Oh my god. Oh. That is cute. So the Griffy zebra are one of 3 zebra species, and they have a few physical characteristics that make them stand out. So that brownish, black and white is something specific to them. They also have a white belly, which is unique. And also their stripes are a lot thinner compared to the other 2 zebra species. So not only is it awesome that we're helping out with the population, because out in the wild, oh, she's like, get away from my kid. So out in the wild, there's only about 1,500 Griffy zebra left. So not only do we help out supporting the population, but also what we do is support something called the Griffy Zebra Trust. And that is where we ask women in communities in Kenya and Africa where these zebra are from. We ask them, will you guys keep an eye out for our zebras? Try to reduce conflict between them and livestock at watering holes. And in return, we will support you with healthcare and education. So really, really big win-win there. An ostrich can run 30 to 40 miles per hour. I'm not sure entirely. Let's see if I have my cheat sheet in my book. I do not. That is a great question. I've seen them run before, and it was very interesting. These are not the yurts. This is going to be outposts we're seeing here to our right. And we're going to get up in there and get real close to it here in a second. I'm going to keep us rolling.
Look who's coming over.
The one that was side-eyeing the whole time?
Look, no, he's looking.
Ostrich, you had your chance, lady. You did not come. We're not waiting on you now.
We don't need to wait. We're big. We can go.
Alright, I gotta get us moving, guys, unfortunately. Perfect. If I'm looking a little,
Bye, buddy.
they're keeping me on time a little bit. I can keep us going a little bit more. There he is. Hello, Miss. Oh, of course, people want to see you, and then you go around the shelter. He is gorgeous. His spots are so cool looking. Those are our fringe-eared oryx. And those the giraffe saw the Messiah were like, I'm just gonna go over here. Puppy, you can have them. I can't even see Mr. Duffy now. What the heck, dude? So that white pole that is hanging down from the middle of the shelter, that is where we'll hang up big old branches and tree limbs and hoist it all the way up there so that the giraffes can stretch out and give them some enrichment and some snacks. Since we don't have many trees or any out here, frankly, the species yet to meet today. Alright, so what we are seeing now. Alright, so baby there to our left also. The beautiful white animals with the brown chest and neck are going to be our scimitar horned oryx. They are named that because their horns look like a scimitar sword, reaching about 40 inches long for a grown adult, each one of them. Way down to the left are going to be those southern white rhinos I said we would be seeing. But something also really cool that I have not seen yet are Bactrian deer in front of us. They're all kind of moving like a herd does because they are herd animals, and they are all kind of traveling and moving on. Sure, we're going to see a lot of poles in the ground, and that's where they can rub on up and shape their horn however they would like. I'm going to move us down so you can see this toddler. Surprising to know, those babies are born with horns on them. They're little nymphs, but they still come out of the womb with little horns on them. Yeah, that's a patient and endearing mother to be going through that. Because not only are we contributing our way down, probably more muddy than water at the moment. Aren't they cool? I'm just going to go nice and slow through here. Yes, isn't that rat huge? It kind of does. So, these Bactrian deer, each antler can weigh 15 pounds. That means 30 pounds on top of this. And we are seeing there are birds that ride on a lot of these species' backs. And that might seem kind of weird, maybe a little annoying, but that is a mutualistic relationship that a lot of these animals have with birds. So they will allow the birds to hang out on their backs. The birds will eat the bugs off of the animals, get a full belly, and that animal gets free pest control. So, win-win for both of them. It is kind of funny, sometimes you'll see white spots on the backs of these animals, because the birds are literally doing their business on top of their backs. I guess there is some trade-off to free pest control. We do need some rain pretty bad. And the potholes, and there's going to be another one they're trying to make in the middle of the road here in just a second. If you guys see this little flap of skin that's kind of hanging down near their neck, that is kind of like a built-in radiator for them. So real hot blood will go down that flap of skin. It will cool down a little bit and then bring that cool air down into their bodies. That's a new baby. Oh my gosh, there's a new baby common eland. Oh my gosh. So we have 3 older common elands. They're kind of like toddlers now. I saw one of them born at the beginning of the season. It was still in that like amniotic sac coming out of mama just a couple months ago. So that one way furthest in the back is one of our newer babies. Are you coming to see us, mamas? Okay, we'll stay here and wait on you. We'll stay here if you guys want to come say hello. Right? I've never seen them come to the bus, so this is interesting. Just gonna let them, I guess. Might be. I'm not sure what's going on. They are a very docile species. Like, they are probably the chillest animals we have out here. I'm not sure what's going on? Oh, look at the baby run. Oh my god. I didn't even know we had a common alien baby. Alright. I am more than happy for you ladies to show off. I've never been this close to him either. Like, this is insane. Very young. Look at, yeah, it still has its umbilical cord attached underneath there. So, our animal management team probably tagged it the day that it was born, probably as soon as it was up and moving. As you can see underneath its tummy, it's got like a little, it looks like a stick. That is the umbilical cord that has not fallen off yet. It is, oh. Still getting its legs a little bit there. It is white, which is so cool. And showing off the baby for us. Oh, she's coming back. The baby's coming right on back. Isn't it cute? Its little curly hair. They're coming now from the left. They're giving the whole bus a tour of little baby. They know what you came here for. Yep, the adults are just guiding baby everywhere. Sure. Who knows? They are very protective of this baby. It's around here somewhere. No idea. They're using the front of the bus as a head scratcher. Even they're I think it's hilarious. Imagine you trying to zip line and a fish on pocket comes flying. And there's those trumpeter swans again. They're down in the water. Looks like a ton of Taylor David deer. And we are also about to come up on our yurts. So these are our yurts on the left. They're more of a fancy, I would say, little trip out here, stay the night.
Hey man, you wanna make a TikTok? You wanna make a TikTok with me, bro? TikTok! Hey! We're finishing up the wilds. One fantastic trip. So all kinds of animals. Went on a open safari bus. You couldn't feed them, but we got to see animals that came right up front to us, and we experienced it. And like I said, we went shopping in their store and ate there. Would I recommend it? Highly recommend it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I'm sure my son loved it too.
Yep, I did.
And would we come back?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, we would. And bada bing, bada boom. See ya.
Okay.